If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according what others think, you will never be rich. No man was ever wise by chance. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. The time will come when diligent research over long periods will bring to light things which now lie hidden. A single lifetime, even though entirely devoted to the sky, would not be enough for the investigation of so vast a subject. And so this knowledge will be unfolded only through long successive ages. There will come a time when our descendants will be amazed that we did not know things that are so plain to them. Many discoveries are reserved for ages still to come, when memory of us will have been effaced. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older. Only time can heal what reason cannot. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. It is not that we have so little time, but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Putting things off is the biggest waste of life. It snatches away each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? To what goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. All cruelty springs from weakness. He who is brave is free. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. The sun also shines on the wicked. Leisure without books is death and burial of a man alive. We should every night call ourselves to an account. What infirmity have I mastered today? What passions opposed? What temptation resisted? What virtue acquired? Our vices will abort of themselves if they be brought every day to the shrift. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. We learn not in the school, but in life. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? To what goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. While we wait for life, life passes. Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. It is not the man who has too little that is poor, but the one who hankers after more. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. There is no genius without a touch of madness. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Life is long if you know how to use it. Errare humanum est, sed perseverare diabolicum. To err is human, but to persist in the mistake is diabolical. Withdraw into yourself as far as you can. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. A sword never kills anybody. It is a tool in the killer's hand. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. I am not born for one corner. The whole world is my native land. You live as if you were destined to live forever. No thought of your frailty ever enters your head. Of how much time has already gone by, you take no heed. You squander time as if you drew from a full and abundant supply, though all the while that day which you bestow on some person or thing is perhaps your last. Regard a friend as loyal, and you will make him loyal. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good the books are which you have. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. Of this one thing make sure against your dying day, that your faults die before you do. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. To win true freedom, you must be a slave to philosophy. Nothing is burdensome if taken lightly, and nothing need arouse one's irritation so long as one doesn't make it bigger than it is by getting irritated. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him. If stronger, spare thyself. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. If anyone says that the best life of all is to sail the sea, and then adds that I must not sail upon a sea where shipwrecks are a common occurrence, and there are often sudden storms that sweep the helmsman in an adverse direction, I conclude that this man, although he lauds navigation, really forbids me to launch my ship. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. He who spares the wicked injures the good. The part of life we really live is small, for all the rest of existence is not life but merely time. You should live in such a way that there is nothing which you could not as easily tell your enemy as keep to yourself. To be always fortunate and to pass through life with a soul that has never known sorrow is to be ignorant of one half of nature. It is quality rather than quantity that matters.